The Logitech G502 Proteus Spectrum gaming mouse offers an advanced optical gaming sensor, tunable weight settings, and RGB customizable lighting with up to 16.8 million colors. Click the link in the description to find out more. Skip it up and that up. Nintendo, this time around, man, on my YouTube channel, I've had a hell of a run with you. I think this has been the longest I've went without saying something negative about Nintendo. I've been generally pretty positive about the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo's marketing of the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo has been killing it as of late. People have even accused me of becoming a Nintendo fanboy. Could you imagine that back in the Wii U days when the Wii U was a big disaster and I was calling out Nintendo left and right for all their bad business practices and their piss poor marketing of the system? Could you imagine people calling me a fanboy? Well, yeah, recently, because I've been praising Nintendo a lot, I've been accused of being a Nintendo fanboy. Man, how times have changed. But unfortunately, the honeymoon period with the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo is over because they have finally officially made a huge dumbass mistake. And what am I talking about? Well, many of you know that Splatoon 2 is going to be released for the Nintendo Switch this July 21st to be exact, and many people are excited for the game. Personally, I never played the original Splatoon on the Wii U, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm curious to try the game. I'm going to pick it up. I hear it's a lot of fun. Pretty much everyone who has tried it said it's really good, but I haven't played it. It may be my cup of tea. It may not be. So I'm going to try it out this late July for the Switch and see if I enjoy it. But whatever. Me not playing the original Splatoon is kind of not the point of this video. The point of this video is that Hori is going to be releasing a Nintendo Switch headset alongside Splatoon 2 when it comes out later this summer. Now, I was thinking, along with many other people, that the whole issue with a Nintendo Switch app coming out for smartphones, where you had to use your smartphone to communicate with people when you play games online, was kind of a dead issue. I mean, I knew the app wasn't going away, but I actually got a headset for the Switch from PDP, and it looked pretty straightforward. You just plug it into the system and you're good to go. At least that's what it seems like. But apparently not. This Nintendo Switch headset from Hori, it looks like how Nintendo is setting up online chat is going to be absolutely disastrous. And if you don't believe me, here is a picture from Hori themselves on how you have to use the headset when you play Splatoon 2. And it looks disastrous. There's the Switch. There's your smartphone. There's this little mixer device in the center, and then you hook up the headset. So it seems, unfortunately, unless there's something that all of these websites are missing and Hori is not explaining, it seems that if you want to voice chat while playing Splatoon 2, you're going to have your console, and you're going to have your cell phone, your smartphone, attached up to this little dongle, then have the headset connected to your head. Can it get any more messy and disastrous? Like, are you kidding me, Nintendo? And this, they seem to continue to not get it, okay? With the Wii, that didn't have voice chat. And that's a 7th gen where both the PS3 and 360, they had voice chat. There was PSN and Xbox Live. With that, you actually get a separate microphone. It was called Wii Speak. I remember that now. The Wii U also lacked universal voice chat support. You could only use wired headsets with the Wii U, and it had to be plugged into the Wii U gamepad. So if you were using the Pro Controller, you would have to have like the gamepad sitting next to you on the couch with a headset plugged into it to actually have voice chat. Like, are you kidding, Nintendo? How this far into the game, with how popular online gaming has been now for like well over a decade, how do you not get how to properly implement voice chat into your consoles? Oh my God. Now I could already hear the diehard Nintendo fanboys crying in the comments section saying, "Rich, you're just a Nintendo hater, even though for the past couple months we've called you a Nintendo fanboy, but now you're a Nintendo hater because you're being objective and saying that the whole voice chat thing you're doing with the Switch is a terrible idea. Maybe it's the best thing ever. Maybe they have some super intuitive features on the Switch app for your phone that makes it fun to actually chat online. Maybe you're just not giving it a chance." Okay, fine. super duper Nintendo fanboy. Maybe there is some hidden feature in this app that Nintendo's going to come out with for both iOS and Android phones that's really cool, and it's going to add something to playing games online and playing with friends. But you know what kills any of that innovation is the fact that I have to have like 3 different wires to simply voice chat when I play games on my Nintendo Switch. Let's think about the visual scenario here, okay? So if I want to play Splatoon 2 and I want to chat with my friends online, I'm going to have my smartphone by my side. I'm going to have the Switch. I'm going to have this other weird device that they have that splices the two together and mix the audio from both of them together. Then I'm going to have my headset on my head. Visualize that, and please, I dare you to try to justify that. But now let's make it even more complicated. Let's add some more scenarios to the mix. Say your phone is dying. Say your battery's low, because that happens a lot of times. When I'm out and about all day and I come home and I want a game, my battery may be low on my phone. And you're going to say to me and still defend Nintendo and say, well, Rich, then you could just plug your phone in and charge it. So now you have to have your phone plugged in and charging. You have to have a wire coming out of the headphone jack. Hopefully you do have a headphone jack, because we know nowadays both Android phones and we know future Apple phones or iPhones are not going to have headphone jacks. So now so think about that too. So now you're going to have your phone plugged into the wall. You're going to have something coming out of your phone's headphone jack while it's charging if the battery's low, plug into this little mixer device that Hori has. Then you're going to have your Switch also plugged into that mixer device while you have your headset on your head. And then, if you do have, because I know HTC, their new U11 doesn't have a headphone jack. So then, if you have a phone that doesn't have a headphone jack and just has USB-C or Lightning if you own an iPhone, okay, because you have an iPhone 7 or newer, it's not going to have a headphone jack, then you're just shit out of luck. If your phone is dead and you want to play Splatoon 2 and chat with your friends online, you can't, because you don't have a headphone jack on your iOS device to do it with. And if your phone, and I know there's the adapter that you could go from Lightning or USB-C to plugging in headphones, I know that exists, but if your phone's dead, you can't utilize it. But then you're going to say, oh, Rich, let's get even crazier here, kids. Oh, Rich, they sell that Lightning adapter where you could actually plug in 2 Lightning devices now to make up for the fact that the newest iPhones don't have a headphone jack. Okay, let's go over that scenario, boys and girls. So say you have an iPhone 7 which doesn't have a headphone jack and you need to use the Switch app on your iPhone to chat with people while you're playing Splatoon 2. Okay, and your battery's dying, right? Your battery's low. It's not going to last through a session. So here's what you got to do. So you have to have your charger for your iPhone. You got to have that Lightning cable splitter, which gives you 2 Lightning inputs. One of them is going to have to be plugged into your wall to charge your iPhone so it'll last, so you could use it while you're playing Splatoon 2. Then you're going to have to get that little flimsy adapter that Apple gives you with the iPhone 7. That's the Lightning to headphone adapter. Okay, so then you're going to have to plug that into this dongle. Do you see how this is getting messy? Then you're going to have to plug the headphone jack part of that little splitter that Hori's going to give you into the Lightning to headphone adapter. That's going to be plugged into the splitter. Then on top of it, you're going to have your Switch also plugged into the splitter. Then you're going to have the headset plugged into the splitter going to your head. Think, oh my God. All just to play a game online and talk to people. All just to play a game online to talk to people. You can't defend that. You can't defend that. Or you could just be like what Sony and Microsoft do, and you just plug the headset into the damn controller and play your game. It's not hard, Nintendo. It's not hard. You should have figured this back out in the 7th generation back in like 2007, 2008. It's now 2017, and you still can't figure it out. You don't get it. You need to understand that I'm not knocking the Switch app for playing games online as a whole. I'm sure there are going to be some intuitive features to it that are going to be pretty damn cool. And that's fine. But the fact that I'm going to have to go out of my way and do all these ridiculous extra steps just to voice chat is unacceptable, man. It is absolutely unacceptable, especially when Sony and Microsoft have been getting it right for like well over a decade now. Nintendo, there are some things that you do very smart and very well, but when it comes to stuff like this, you are a bunch of complete dumbasses, and it's absolutely unacceptable. This is Rich, Review Tech USA, signing out. Have a good one.